Welcome home to philosophy, where we wonder about everything and anything is possible. Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Corey, the Laughing Philosopher. Life is complicated. The world is complicated, and you are complicated. Figuring out how to live a happy, meaningful life, guided by wisdom and reason, is not easy. Is life a game? What is love? Should I fear death? Is this a just world? Almost from the moment of birth, you've been told how to behave, how to fit in, and how to fulfill other people's expectations. You fear that you will lack importance or cease to exist in the lives of others if you think for yourself and question the rules and roles you've been told define you. Wisdom and reason will remove this illusion so you can live authentically in the world around you, find your true purpose, and become your real self. Welcome to episode 84. Toxic friendships? How to recognize bad friends. Edith Wharton said, "Some things are best mended by a break." All of your relationships in life do not have value and are not worthy of you. Sometimes it's good to burn bridges with certain kinds of people and build walls. You are a social being. Your biography is social. Human relationships are necessary. Nevertheless, no one is permanent. Friendships begin and end, and it's natural to evaluate and appraise your relationships from time to time. You may find yourself spending time with someone, even though your experience and good sense warn you not to. Intolerant people are attracted to tolerant people. Selfish people are attracted to selfless people. People who like to bully and abuse others are attracted to people who will let them get away with it. As you audit your relationships, you may find that your virtues are a net that has caught some undesirable, good-for-nothing fish. Throw them overboard. Human relationships are really about happiness. Happiness is about two different things. To be happy, you must populate your life with people who make you feel good about humanity, your existence, and yourself. Run toward these people, and you will be a better and a happier person. However, happiness, to be complete, also means depopulating your life with people who make you feel bad about the world and your place in it. Happiness is as much about discarding bad friends as it is about acquiring true friends. Strangely, in life, we are told who to run toward with much greater clarity and conviction than we are told who to run away from. Without knowing who to exclude from our life, our happiness will be incomplete and will never be perfected. So let's get to it. Why are these 7 toxic people still in your life? Sometimes honesty means running away from the wrong people and running toward the right people. You are the door to your life, and doors are made to exclude as well as include, to keep some people out as well as other people in. Hermann Hesse, the German-Swiss novelist, said, "Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go." Run away from friends who want and need you to fear something. The gods, the state, death. How do the structures of society become the structures of your consciousness? Fear. Society regulates and controls human behavior by using fear. You are told to obey or else, follow Jesus or else, watch your step or else. Fear your innate, natural desires. Fear people who look, think, or live differently than you. Fear change. However, fear is just a feeling. You feel sad, you feel hungry, you feel lonely, you feel afraid. If you don't choose to obey your fear by becoming its slave, fear is powerless. You have nothing to fear from death. Death simply means you return to where you were before you were born. You have nothing to fear from people you know who are not like you. Frank Zappa, the musician and one of my personal heroes, said, "The most important thing to do in your life is to not interfere in somebody else's life." You have nothing to fear from change. Change is just another word for life, said the philosopher Alan Watts. You have nothing to fear from sex. It takes 2 humans to create a new one. People who use fear to control you are not worthy of you. Run away from them and run toward people who respect your right to be an individual, to think for yourself, and to choose how to live. As his friends pressured him to choose a conventional life, James Joyce replied, "You are right to go your way. Leave me to go mine." Run away from friends who never question themselves. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." The most important part of your life is examining your beliefs and expectations using wisdom and reason and determining whether they are valid and justifiable. To find the truth, learn from yourself and from your own experience and be your own teacher. and your own student. A person who chooses to lead an unexamined life will live in falsehood and error and will never find true happiness. Such people would rather be right than happy, so they never apologize when they are wrong. They lie. They manipulate the truth. Whenever things don't go their way, they blame everyone but themselves. But they never admit to being wrong. Regardless, you don't need an apology from them. Truth is a thing. No matter how they try, they can never make themselves right. And you don't need an apology. They are still wrong. People like you, with the courage and good character to examine themselves and search for the truth beyond their own beliefs and assumptions, always seem sinister to the rest. You are right to go your way without them. Run away from friends who won't let you think for yourself. People who don't want you to make up your own mind. People who think that control without freedom is preferable to freedom with the risk of disorder. You were born with a unique mind and a unique body. No two persons have the same fingerprints or lip impressions. No two persons have the same ideas, emotions, and life experiences. There will never be a body or mind in this universe just like your body and mind. You are a member of society, but the majority has never been a guarantee of truth or wisdom. You were born with total, absolute freedom. You have a right to think for yourself and to choose how to live. The most powerful and important person in your life is you. Doing as you're told, rule following, and role playing have never been a guarantee of success or happiness. Run toward people who see you as a unique individual, as opposed to a member of a herd. True friends will help you figure out how to live and respect your freedom to choose, because it's not up to them. It's all up to you. Run away from friends who try to change you from the person you are into the person they think you ought to be. When you begin to feel that you have to hide your feelings or alter your behavior to get along with someone, it's time to move on. Such people are judgmental. They make blanket statements. You always, you never, you can't, you won't. They speak in absolutes. Everyone told me. No one likes you. All you ever do. They share your weaknesses and failings gleefully, but dismiss your achievements disdainfully. Jesus was asked to settle a dispute between two brothers. He replied, "Who has appointed me a judge over the two of you to settle such things as that?" Jesus understood that two conditions must be satisfied in order to serve as a judge over someone. First, your friend cannot just appoint himself or herself to be your judge. One must be appointed by someone higher in authority than himself or herself. Ask your judgmental friend, "Who has appointed you to be a judge over me?" Second, your friend must be qualified to judge you. Life is complicated. Humans are complicated. Too complicated for one human to judge the life of another human. Ask your judgmental friend, "What makes you qualified to judge me?" True friendship does not require you to wear a mask in order to hide your real self. A real friend will not judge you. A real friend will not try to improve you. You are not broken, and you don't need to be repaired. A real friend will encourage and help you to be true to your authentic self and to be your best self. Herman Hesse said, "When you like someone, you like them in spite of their faults. When you love someone, you love them with their faults." Run away from friends who revise your joy downward. When you share good news, a friend who reacts with negativity, with envy, or with little or no enthusiasm is not worthy of you. You deserve a real friend who will experience and reflect your joy just as if it's his own. True friendship requires both listening and talking. A bad friend who only talks about himself and never asks about you is not only exhausting, but will make you feel demeaned and undervalued. Run away. If we can make a person happier, we should do it, whether he asks us or not. Run away from friends who try to deprive you of your feelings. When you're sad, such people tell you to smile. When you weep, they tell you to stop crying. When you hurt, these friends tell you to be strong. What are such people telling you by trying to deprive you of your true feelings? Your friend is saying, "I don't want to hear it." A true friend would not demand falsity and deception. Run away from such people. Frank Sinatra was asked, "If you're with a woman and she starts crying, what do you do?" Sinatra replied, "I cry with her." Run toward people like Frank Sinatra, who will help you to face and embrace your true feelings and be honest with yourself. And finally, run away from friends who are afraid to tell the truth. People have profound, deeply held beliefs about society, humanity, and themselves. People assume these beliefs must be true, or they wouldn't be in the mind in the first place. However, no one is infallible. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. This means that some beliefs must necessarily be false. Some uncritical assumptions about the world must necessarily be wrong. However, everyone behaves as if every single one of their beliefs is true, even though everyone makes mistakes simply because some of their beliefs are false. Telling the truth is a risky affair. If you show a person by using indisputable, verifiable facts and circumstances that his belief is clearly and obviously false, you will face just the same resentment and displeasure as if you had challenged a justified, true belief. And so, people are cowards. They lack the courage and good character to tell the truth. Such friends prefer to tell you what you want to hear and enable you to go on living in falsehood and error. Run away from such friends. Run toward people with the courage to tell the truth to you, even though it hurts. Run toward friends of virtuous character who see the truth as a real thing and believe truth matters. We live in an age of too much change too fast. Nothing is permanent. Everything is fleeting. True friendship is difficult, and lasting friendship is almost impossible. So we live without permanent friends, only a permanent desire for friendship. We rationalize our loneliness with superficial, self-serving excuses, such as, "You are not responsible for anyone's feelings but your own. You don't owe anything to anyone but yourself. You are the only person you need to please." Yet, everyone in your life and everyone not in your life is the result of a choice you've made. You are condemned to choose. There is no escape from freedom. You see what you choose to see. Where you see only strangers, you might have found friends. Where you see only solitude, you might have found companionship. Where you see only indifference, you might have found caring. Friendship is not a what, but a how. True friendship is not a thing, but a talent. A talent for choosing friends from strangers. Choose wisely. Every friend you will ever have was once a stranger, and strangers are everywhere. Thank you for listening. I hope you will take what you've learned and be a better person. Think for yourself. Question everything. Accept nothing that does not agree with your own reason and good sense. And I promise you, despite its sham and drudgery, you will get on pretty well in this crazy world. I'm Dr. Robert Corey. Until we meet again, be good.